Tonight, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run right on the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Jackson running again. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep, Trent Taylor. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. A punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They're led out by last season's comeback player of the year. In his 3rd season now, it's Joe Burrow. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right?
Yeah,
you'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes...
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 77 yards. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that, it only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
Jackson.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Here's Jordan Stout now.
There goes a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here's Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson rolling to his right. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on third. Buying time to his left. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State. It's J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Tucker's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Joe Burrow and the Bengals heading back out there. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Mixon. And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now they will throw it with Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, they run with Mixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Mixon will try the right side. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Mixon running right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 153 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Mixon is in. Touchdown Bengals. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson forced out to his left.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. To return is Taylor. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon
on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
And here's Taylor on the return.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Burrow will throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. He'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. Man open, it's Moss, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To the air again, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
11 empty. Hey. 11 empty.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's got this down to the 35. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go. At 80.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
T. Higgins as time expires in the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play and that little bit of help.
Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon
with career touchdown number 145, tying it with Marcus Allen for 6th on the all-time list.
And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Taylor now to return it.
Pretty good return, all things considered, but hold it.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
The holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And now they're in the hurry-up. From midfield now, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Mixon again.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing is Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. DJ Reader coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Burrow. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to Mixon on 1st down. He stiff arms him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Oh, he's got some, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon,
46 yards.
And the Bengals get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 24, Jackson dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Burrow on play action. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. Touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Bengals look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, You can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
So now, I think even our referee is confused. The defense accepted the holding penalty, but they just got the ball on the fumble recovery, so that will be negated. That's a tough one to comprehend. Now it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He gets it complete to Jackson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. To throw again is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Jackson now. Open man is Duvernay. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And Jackson throwing once more. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Again, it's Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And quickly, they get to the line. They go play action with Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A handoff running left, Mixon. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like that?
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Ravens offense back out there.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. One last shot for Jackson.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for Cincinnati, they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Ravens,
they will indeed limp to the finish line, unfortunately, as they close out a 6-11 campaign.
And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.